Friends, Chris Mick here. I just want to talk about the Zoom Trak L6, which is sort of a killer device. Many people find it's quite interesting, and I had some discussions about it. And I just want to tell you something, what I found, what's good and what's not that good. So let's start with it. It's a lot of points here, but I try to make it quick. Maybe I'm wrong with some points, but that's what I found. It's only 48 kilohertz. You can see it here in Innuendo. I've got it running with Innuendo. I can't run it in 16 or other kilohertz like 96. It's only, it's 32-bit float. So in your DAW, it should be, the processing precision should be put to 32-bit float. If not, you might have some problems with USB here. The SD cards it's using, you have to check if the reference of the SD card, SDHX I've got here, if it's compatible, yes. The formatting of the SD card is very fast, and that's what they really did nicely. You can see here how it's done, and it's not even a second, and then it's off, and then you put it on again, and then the SD card is formatted. Well, there's a nice description there. The card changing, that's quite tricky. If you go in here to fumble it out there, it's not that easy to do. Maybe you need a tool to get it out. Or people with larger fingers than me or bigger fingers, they might have some problems to get it out here. The file transfer, if you record it on the SD card, it's running through the app. There's an app at the PC that's connected here via this USB here on the top. This is connected to the PC, and the app allows you to transfer the files you recorded on each track to the computer and then put it into your DAW. And that's really great. It's running great. But this device appears then like a USB stick or a hard disk. So you can handle it like that. It's a little bit tricky with the app, but you'll find it out. It's not too hard to do that. Yes. The pads here, you can put in their whole songs. There are pads, you can sound pads, and this is also done by the app. In the app, you can add a file and add it to a pad here and play the whole song. And then it's running. You can hear it right now here. You can stop. There are different modes how you can do that. That's really great. I like that. The aux sends here, if you use an aux sends, you need some TRS. You can have two of those. But if you have a send return, you need some channels to return it. And if you get two of them, you lose two channels. Just to let you know, the more external effects you use with this thing, the less channels you have to record live with a live track, and it's called live track. So you're losing channels by the auxes. Yes. USB in and out. You have two USB in and outs here to the DAW. You can activate them. And I had some problems in the DAW. The output 1, 2 appeared, but not 3, 4. So I had to change everything here to 32-bit float, definitely, and don't do anything else. 64 or something. Then it appears here like Zoom L6 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you have can make 2 tracks, and you have 4 channels then, not more. We come to that later on. That's really something I don't like that much. Both are usable within Innuendo or Logic. It was the same here, probably in your DAW it will work. They write in their description that all channels like this I've showed you and channel 1 to 6 would be represented in your DAW. But that's a mistake, because it's only 4 channels you can record in and out, not all the channels. So it's not capable to do multi-tracking. Yes, there were some questions on Facebook. Can I use it like I use the SSL device here, or I had some other Focusrite with ADAT, and you have this many inputs in your DAW. That would be very nice if they would have done it, but they didn't do it, yes? So it's no multi-tracking the in and outs to your DAW. It's a little bit complicated to work with this and understand how it's working, but it's not possible. Each channel routed to a channel, routed to an audio track here in your DAW. So that is not working. So the latencies are quite good. I got now here 4.5 milliseconds. You can even go below that. I didn't check it out, but that's enough for me. That's really okay. What you don't have, you have this inputs here on the left, XLR, and you can put on the power here, 48 volts. I need it for this mic here. But if I get a dynamic microphone, there are some of those who don't cope with 48 volts. You have to be careful with that. Maybe not a Shure SM58 or something like that, but there might be others. Why did they not put two 48 volts for each of them here? Because they are both combined, and you put it on, put it off, and both will be 48 volts. And this is not so great that they did this. There's only one headphone out. Also that, I did not like that. Normally I need, like on the SSL here, two headphones, one for the one who's recording, the other one for the one who's doing his instrument or singing. So there would have been space for a second one here. Well, you can put two headphones into this one here, but I think two would be better. Yes. There's a compressor here, but the compressor is on the master channel. Would have been better to put it on each channel. On the master channel with 32-bit float, I don't need a compressor, because they say, well, you got some distortion if it's too loud in the recording, but with 32-bit float, it's not really necessary. I would do that in the DAW later on, but then I only have 4 channels. So you have this problem with the multi-track channels again, yes? The MIDI interface, there was no cable coming along with it. The MIDI DIN equipment must be powered externally. So there are 2 USB ports here. Why didn't they do one USB port? Why did they do only one USB port for connecting to a DAW? And the second one is primarily for power supply. The second one, if it would also be capable of connecting like MIDI, you could attach a MIDI keyboard to it. But then it must be powered by a battery. But this doesn't work. There's only this one that's going to the DAW, and well, would be better if both ports would work like a normal USB port with your DAW or with your PC. Yes. Okay. MIDI through USB port 2 or 1. Also this one. If you only would put in a MIDI keyboard here, would also be nice. If it would be MIDI capable. So you have this mini DIN MIDI stuff here, and for that you need an external MIDI keyboard that's powered, and then you have this cable salad. So you have this, you have it powered maybe, you have microphone, you have cable salad, and the more cables you get, it's a very small device, it gets really packed, yes, but that's okay, in a way that's okay, but just to mention. Okay, there's a dual AD converter to run this real 32-bit float here, but it's only for inputs 1 and 2 if you choose them to record into a DAW. Yes. What it's very great for is for video and screen recording. I found that you can record here everything. You need OBS on your screen recording here. Also with audio, you clap, and then you can do a montage of the files you transferred from the L6 into the computer, into Nuendo, for example, or Logic, and a video file you created by screen recording also. And then you have different tracks here that can be remastered in the DAW, and this is what I bought it for. Yes, it's one of the best solutions for me to do these videos where I wanted to have separate tracks for all my audio and video that can be synchronized, and then I can mix it with isotope that the vocals is better, especially innuendo is really great for that. So this is a professional device for doing this tutorials on YouTube, for example. Yes. So I would see for the future, if they do a firmware update, it should be possible, or could be possible, to do this multi-tracking thing, more ins and out. So they could do a turnaround for the buttons here. If you hold it longer, then it's also USB to the DAW or something like that. They could do something about that. Then this scenes thing is also a great feature. That's what I like, because you have the settings here, and in the next situation you need a different setting. I just switch between these scenes. The battery life might not be that long. Some mentioned with the H1 it's really soaked up pretty fast, and that's a catastrophe when you're working live somewhere. I did not check it out, but you can also use a power block via USB, maybe on the side here. Then it might run longer if you have a combination of batteries and power block. I don't know if it works. That would also be nice. Yes, something I missed here. No, I think this is it. Well, in general, it's one of the nicest devices I bought in the last years. It's doing quite a lot, except these things I told you. There might be some firmware update in the near future that you can do something about it. But all in all, it's really great, and I recommend it if you keep in mind what I told you. Was a lot of words now here. Hard for me to do. I'm German, but I hope it helps a little bit to decide, do I need it or do I need it not? Thank you. See you next time.